in court of law. 5. The company, for the purpose of future report, should strictly observe provisions of Section 9 and 47, Subarticle 2 of the Public Audit Act 2015 on matters of full disclosure of information to auditors during audit time and availing of the required content. 6. Pursuant to Section 53, Subarticle 1 of the Public Audit Act 2015, the accounting officer should within 90 days after approval of this report take the relevant steps to implement the recommendation in this report or give an explanation in writing as to why the report is not implemented. Conclusion and acknowledgement. Honorable Speaker, water services providers, water companies in Machakos County, as provided in Machakos Water Policy 2020, recognized these service providers as a key player in provision of water for all as outlined in the Constitution. However, they have faced several challenges that have adversely affected their operation. This, therefore, calls for the county government of Machakos to put up strategies to support these water services providers, if at all they are going to remain in the business of providing water to the residents of Machakos. Honorable Speaker, the Committee on Public Accounts and Investment is grateful to the Speaker and the Accounting Officer of Mavoko Water Company for the honest submission made before the committee. The Office of the Auditor General for the advisory given, and members of the committee and the Secretariat for commitment, effort throughout the process of report writing. Honorable Speaker, it is therefore my pleasure to table before this Honorable House the report on financial statement of Mavoko Water and Sewerage Company for the year ended 30th June 2020 for discussion and adoption. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you very much, Honorable Member. May I now invite members to debate this motion? May I have contributions from members? Honorable Ndambuki.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. My name is Honorable Dominic Ndambuki, representing Kathiani Central Ward. Honorable Speaker, I want to appreciate the chair of PAC committee together with his team for putting together that report about Mavoko Water and Sanitation Company. And Madam Speaker, it is clear from the report that has just been read that there are a number of challenges that are facing water companies in this county. If Mavoko Water Company is an example that we have to take, my suggestion, Honorable Speaker, would be that the Department of Water tries to come to bring these water bodies together and see how best they can manage to make them entities that generate income to the county government of Machakos. That is one of revenue streams that we can rely on if well utilized on its potential. So that, Madam Speaker, the target that we have put on all-source revenue of 2.9 billion, that they be realized. Looking at the report, Madam Speaker, Mavoko Water Company has a potential of realizing more than what they report in the books, because that is an urban area. And we also, Madam Speaker, so that we can improve on their potential, we also need to ensure that they modernize their ways of operations and they revamp on the apparatus. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you very much, Honorable Member. Honorable Deti, then Honorable Minority, and Honorable Joanna, in that order.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I also wish to congratulate the committee for PAC for putting up such a report. All I would want to say is that it's unfortunate that the report is outdated. It's supposed to have come sometimes in January in 2021, and now we are discussing a report that is, I would say, call it stale, because we don't know the status right now. But listening to all the issues, I think the county governments needs to come up with a clear policy on how to run these water companies. All of them seem to have issues, while as far as I'm concerned, they should be reporting profits, not losses. I think this is happening because they seem to be not properly run. So there is need for the county government to come with a uniform policy that is going to ensure that these companies, whoever managers are put in there, do not abuse the office. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Member. Honorable Ndawa.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. My name is Judas Ndawa, the member representing the great people of Matu. Honorable Speaker, I will start by applauding my brother, Honorable Victor, and his team for coming up with a very brief and self-explanatory report. Honorable Speaker, from the general recommendations, we may not need to discuss much on this report because the committee has summarized and it has directed on what should be done. So I request, if the report can be forwarded and the concerned department follow the recommendations of the committee, I'm very sure we will absorb the problem. Honorable Speaker, again, the company has tried, because the term which has been used is better than the term which was used yesterday. Yesterday we were talking of underpass opinion. Today we are talking of qualified. Honorable Speaker, the word qualified is less harmful. If you compare it to the other word, this one at least they have tried. What I would request is the department concerned. Honorable Speaker, I'm using a lot of energy trying to put this thing in place. What I request, because the assembly will be going on recess, let's have these things repaired. Let's have them repaired. You can see how it is moving. Yeah. Sure, I'm straining. So, Honorable Speaker, the issues affecting Mavoko Water Company are also affecting other companies. And one of the reasons why I'm saying so, this is a report of about 2 years ago. As of now, the state has changed, and it has changed negatively. It has changed negatively. Right now, Mavoko and other companies have already been disconnected from this Kenya Power and Lighting because of these power bills. I'm requesting if the department can assist the companies at least to use renewable energy instead of this Kenya Power Lighting energy, because what they are selling, the water they are selling, or the water they are giving to Mwananchi is not paying back because of these huge power bills. Honorable Speaker, again, another challenge that I've seen and that I've witnessed. The water companies cannot be able to account for all the water that goes through the meter because of leakages. There is water which is lost between the source and the meter, or from the meter to the other side, and they may not be able to account for that water. And that is why, in most cases, the reports that will be coming to this house, because I served in the last 5 years, there will be similarity of the water used not going in tandem with the account. Honorable Speaker, if we can assist the water companies to acquire those solar panels. I'm very sure they will cut cost and they will be able to survive. The other issue, Honorable Speaker, I don't know who owns the companies. I believe the count owns the companies. If they are limited companies and the government learns that the company cannot manage its financial status, what are the remedies? The government has one option, either to close the company, has two options, either to close the company or to put the company under receivership. So, Honorable Speaker, to avoid this situation,
I think the companies have been taken over by the government, the county government. I heard something like that when Honorable Member was reading this report.
yes,
Am I right? Yeah, they have been taken over by the county government for
Yes.
management.
yes.
Yeah.
So if that is the case, well and good. Let the county government do its best to ensure at least these companies survive. As you are aware, Honorable Speaker, Article 43 of the Constitution is very clear. It says every Kenyan is entitled to clean and safe water. And the Part D of it says, and in adequate quantities. So if I consume 10 liters per day, I'm entitled to 10 liters. So as to ensure that members of this county actualize that right or enjoy that right, let us ensure our companies are working without straining. Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I support the report.
Thank you, Honorable Member. Honorable Johanna.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I stand also to applaud the Committee on Park for this report. Madam Speaker, I also want to concur with my colleague who pointed out that we are discussing a report which dates back to 2021. I understand, I have served in that committee, and I know normally the reports come to this house a bit late, and that is why the delay extends, and we appear to be discussing reports which date back to some years. Madam Speaker, a qualified report means that that entity, or rather the report, is acceptable by creditors, lenders, and even investors. So for Mavoko Water Company, I think it's a going concern, and it is one company which, when supported, if supported, it can really go very far. Madam Speaker, I have looked at some issues which are categorized under matters and resolved for the previous years. And that to me is a danger signal, because we may not know whether even up to now the same issues may be recurring, like the unaccounted for water has been an issue to so many water companies. Sometimes it could be a creation by the management, because that is one of the loopholes which can be used to swindle funds from the companies. So it is an area which really requires to be looked into seriously. Madam Speaker, the issue of lack of an establishment, staff and establishment, can also be used either to overemploy or underemploy, or maybe have misplaced skills. So what I would advise is that going by the general recommendation of this committee, whatever has been dragging back our companies is lack of implementation of the reports or the resolutions of such audit reports. We may come up with very nice general recommendations, we may come up with even timelines, but I have seen from past experience that such recommendations end up in draws. How I wish we could now go a step further to ensure that either during quarterly reports of the department, we get to understand how far such recommendations have been implemented, because to me the water companies are rich areas for creation of employment to our electorate, and supporting them would really mean that we have a very rich revenue stream to enable us continue collecting funds, and also a source of employment for our electorate. I want to cite a case of the empowerment I just want to share. Like we have Kadhiani Water Company, which I don't know whether still it exists. Their source of water is Muoni Dam, which even desilting was an issue. We have Machakos Water Company, which draws water from either Maruba, and we are also discussing about Miwongoni Dam, which is under, that is a work on progress. How I wish such sources could be addressed properly, so that the companies have enough water, and then we can now be on their neck to see how they manage and how they are able to provide that water to the needy residents of Machakos County. And at the same time, we also pay, Madam Speaker, sorry, I want to also say that one challenge, which although may not have been reported previously, which the water companies were going through, were lack of payments for water they supply to the government offices. So when we don't really honor the water supply bills as a government, it is also a way of killing the water companies. So, Madam Speaker, I want to congratulate the chair and his team for the good work done, and pray that those recommendations are really followed, so that we save our water companies. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Member. I now call the mover of the motion to come and proceed and reply.
Thank you once again, Honorable Speaker. I'm Honorable Philip Mtua, the Chair, Public Investment Committee. I would like to thank this House for healthy debate, and also, as we have said, that the report was late. We are also having other reports that are going to come, and we are going to put the input that you have raised. Like the issue of the debts, the county government of Machakos owes these companies a lot of money, and we have called also the CEO of water and the CEO of revenue collection in Machakos, and also we have brought all the debts that every department that is owing these water companies, and we have shared how they will be paid. So this issue that has been raised by Honorable Joanna, we have also handled it. The issue of board members has also contributed to failure of this company, because most of the board members, some of them, they don't meet the requirement that is supposed to be put there. They are required, and we have instructed the minister for water, and they are doing also advertisement and looking for better board members. The issue of water, losing of water, we have discussed, especially Mavoko Water Company is having good meter that are being computerized so that they can know the water that is being lost. But the other companies, they are facing this challenge of losing a lot of water. And the other issue is that we have shared with these companies how they are going to implement what you have discussed. Thank you, Honorable Speaker, and the House at large.
Thank you, Honorable Member. I now put the question that this House discusses and approves the audit report Mavoko Water and Sewerage Company for the year ended 30th June 2020. As many are of the opinion, say ayes. As many are of the contrary opinion, say nay. The ayes have it. Next order.
Order number 9, alteration of the calendar of the Assembly.
May I invite Honorable Nicholas Nzioka, Leader of Majority, to come forward and move that motion.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Honorable Speaker, that aware that the second session of the Third Assembly commenced on the 14th February 2023, further aware that pursuant to Standing Order number 25, Sub-Order 1, the Assembly approved an Assembly calendar on 14th March 2023 and altered it on 15th March, 26th April, and 13th June 2023 through House resolutions. Acknowledging that Standing Order number 25, Sub-Order 4, provides that despite the adjournment date as scheduled in the approved Assembly calendar, the Assembly may by resolution alter its calendar or the adjournment date. Further aware that Standing Order number 151, Sub-Order 6, provides for the mandate of the House Business Committee, which amongst others is to prepare and, if necessary, from time to time adjust the Assembly calendar with the approval of the House. Aware that there is need for honorable members to attend the 5th edition of Devolution Conference from 14th to 18th August 2023 and the 4th edition of County Assembly Sports Association Games from 19th to 27th August 2023, noting that the House is scheduled to break for a short recess on 23rd August 2023 as per the calendar of the Assembly, during which the Assemblies will be participating in the CASA Games. Honorable Speaker, I wish to move the motion that, notwithstanding the resolutions of the Assembly made on the 14th March 2023, that's approval of the Assembly, approval of Assembly calendar, 15th March 2023, 26th April 2023, and 20th June 2023, that is alteration of the Assembly calendar, and pursuant to Standing Order number 25, Sub-Order 4, the Assembly resolves to alter its calendar, that's regular session, for the second session of the Third Assembly to adjourn its sitting from today, 9th August 2023, and resume its regular sitting on Tuesday, 19th September 2023, and that the Assembly calendar, that's regular session, for the second session be altered accordingly. I call upon Mheshimiwa Mbili Ndawa to second. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you very much, Mheshimiwa Mbili.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. My name is Judas Ndawa, the leader of minority and the MCA for Matu. I second the motion, and after seconding the motion, Honorable Speaker, there are some issues that I want to air. Item number 1, Honorable Speaker. Item number 1. The recesses or the adjournment are becoming too much. For this one we are agreeing because we have 2 national activities that are taking place, the devolution and the CASA Games. And I'm requesting that we reduce the number of adjournment. Honorable Speaker, I did my own calculation and I've come to realize that in 1 year we lose 4 months. 4 months. We spend 4 months at home. At home. Since we are the people or we are the Assembly which approve the calendar, let us try as much as possible to reduce the adjournment. Item number 2, Honorable Speaker, as we are trying to serve our electorates, we cannot serve them barehanded, Honorable Speaker. When we come to this Assembly to represent our people or to represent our electorates, there are some payments which are made, especially, and I'm now concerned with the issue of the mileage. Honorable Speaker, if members can confirm here, when they were being paid the salary for the last month, the mileage was paid halfway. And I don't know the criteria which was used to cut. Yes.
Like that is administrative.
It should be administrative, and this is the only
Administrative.
forum. Okay. But the point is off.
I believe there must be a reason as to why that is happening,
Honorable Speaker,
which
there,
I think the most appropriate person to address that issue is the clerk.
yes.
So I thought that is something you'd have just gone to the clerk's office and found out why it was like that.
Okay, well and guided. Again, on the same note, when we are on recess, members do travel to this assembly for committees. And they cover the number of kilometers that they cover when coming for plenaries. So I don't see the difference. So as you sit down to address the matter, because we have representative in the board, Mheshimiwa Yohana is here and Mheshimiwa Katangi, it is good to take the views of these honorable members, because a shilling closed may not be easily recovered. Otherwise, Honorable Speaker, I support that we adjourn today and resume. I second that we adjourn today, go take part in those two national events and resume on the date that the majority leader has proposed. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
I just want to maybe comment on the issue of many adjournments, as Honorable Ndao has put. I believe, Honorable, you sit in the House Committee, don't you? It is at that point you should just shoot down any balloting of adjournment. I don't feel this comment is made in good faith because you sit in that House Committee, Business Committee, and at that particular time when we are balloting, or you are balloting for the business of the House for the week, that is the point where you should have raised that question of yours. Thank you. Going forward, do that in the House Committee.
Well guided, Madam Speaker.
Yes.
I will follow your direction.
Thank you.
I'm a very good student and
Thank
very
you.
obedient
Thank you.
MCA. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you. At this point, I now propose, not yet, we have not started debating. Yeah. I now propose the question that, notwithstanding the resolution of the Assembly made on 14th March 2023, approval of Assembly calendar, 15th March 2023, 26th April 2023, and 20th June 2023, that is the alteration of the Assembly calendar, and pursuant to Standing Order number 25, Suborder 4, the Assembly resolves to alter its calendar, that is regular sessions, for the second session of the Third Assembly to adjourn its sitting from today, 9th August 2023, and resume its regular sittings on Tuesday, 19th September 2023, and that the Assembly calendar, that is regular sessions for the second session, be altered accordingly. I now invite members to debate this motion. Members' contributions. Honorable Lucky.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. And I take this opportunity to thank you and catching my eye. I represent the good people and beloved people of Matungulu West Ward in Matungulu constituency. Madam Speaker, I stand to support the adjournment, but Madam Speaker, it comes with very key and pertinent issues that are coming up in the House. Despite and in addition to what the minority leader has raised, I'm also raising the concern about the House attendance. Madam Speaker, I'm having a big problem whipping members to come to the House, and I want to peg it, and I want to help and assist, Madam Speaker. I'm looking into it like the welfare of the members is not attended to, and we are losing taste. We call upon you, your intelligence, so that we can bring taste to the House and members feel part of the House and come to the House without a lot of whipping. Madam Speaker, I call for your assistance.
What nature of problems do you have with whipping?
I'm not having
with
a
your
problem.
Duties? Yeah.
I'm not having a problem with whipping them, Madam Speaker, and they are very loyal and good members.
So why are they not here?
Madam Speaker, I can see members in the House.
So what was your point?
Madam Speaker, it's not the first time we are having the issue.
Are you
of-
getting my question?
Yes.
What is my question?
Why am I having a problem whipping them?
Yes.
I'm not having a problem
Answer
whipping
that
them.
question.
I'm not having a problem with whipping them, Madam Speaker. I'm looking for the problem. Why should I whip them and they know they are supposed to be here? Why are we having that problem?
Point of information, Madam Speaker.
Thank
Point
you.
of information, Madam Speaker.
Proceed, Honorable Joanna.
Madam Speaker, honestly, I want to admit that that honorable member is admitting that he is not qualified for that position, because I don't see how he can stand here to start lamenting that he is unable to whip members to this chamber. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Madam Speaker, I want to stand for myself.
You are out of order. You are out of order. Is it a response you want to give, or what is it?
Yes, Madam. I did say I have a problem looking into calling members to the House.
You know, these things are being recorded by the ASAD.
Yes, Madam Speaker.
When we call the ASAD, will we find that you didn't say that something like that?
Yes, Your Honor. Madam Speaker, let us put it clearly and let us not put it as a joke. I am saying we are having a problem of quorum.
True.
And when we have a problem of quorum, I come in to whip members,
Yes.
which I very much advocate and accept.
Yes.
I have no problem with that.
Yes.
But what is the root cause of this? Why should we whip every now and then? Remember,
Point of
Madam Speaker,
information, Madam Speaker.
Because that is
What-
the work of the whip.
I'm not defeating. Madam
Information.
Speaker, we are looking into the root cause of the absence. Remember, Madam Speaker, we came from recess, and the first day we lost quorum.
Point of information, Honorable Speaker.
What does Doran tell us, Madam Speaker?
Okay.
Point of information.
Thank you. You may have a seat. Take your point of information.
Yes, Honorable
Proceed.
Speaker, I just want to inform the House, together with the Honorable Member, that in the Assembly we have different offices, and each office bearer knows its roles and responsibilities. So it is upon us, those who have responsibilities, kindly ensure you do what you are supposed to do. Otherwise, your failure will make the whole House to fail. Honorable Lucky, together with Honorable Whip on this other side, kindly, you are failing on your duties. You are not performing as per the expectation of the parties that gave you those positions. So kindly take charge. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Michael.
I'm standing to inform this House that what the majority side whip, Honorable Raphael, like he's saying, is something which is the truth. And
I
at
thought
times
you are supporting the motion.
we are in information. I rose on a point of information, Madam Speaker.
Is that so?
Yes.
Madam Speaker, point of information. Kindly.
Thank you. Proceed.
Do I want to be informed?
You will be informed.
Thank you.
May I have a seat?
Madam Speaker, you see some of the things that we are doing now is because of laxity of some of members here, including my whip here, who is saying members are not attending to the assemblies because maybe of welfare. Madam Speaker, it is in the whole country that plenaries are no longer being paid. It is not only in Machakos County. And the work and reason why a whip gets a responsibility is to do exactly whip members. That is his duty. I've also seen my friend there, Honorable Mike, who has just jetted in, and I can tell you, Honorable Speaker, he doesn't even know the motion in this plenary. He doesn't know. I'm very sure.
Point of
Reason
order.
being,
Point of order.
is from outside, and
Point of order.
he thought the house will
Point
not
of order,
get
Madam
this quorum.
Speaker.
So
Let him
let's all
finish.
be honest and
Let,
come to the house
Honorable
and do exactly what we
Who
were
is on
sent.
his
My
feet? Finish.
Point
Madam
of order.
Speaker, what I'm requesting these honorable members is let us attend to this honorable house. The house is not meant for the speaker or the majority leader or any other person. When we were asking for these positions, Madam Speaker, we promised our people, electorates down there, that we are going and will come to fight for them, to work for them. What are we doing? Now the issue is other things that are not necessary, I think. Madam Speaker, it's the high time, also as honorable members, to be serious and do what we came here to do. On the issue of calendar, yeah, the house calendar came here and we all approved. We all know there is a national event next week, and that is why the house is adjourning today. Otherwise, if there was no devolution conference and CASA games the following week, we could not have adjourned the house today, Madam Speaker. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Member. I want to bring that debate on welfare to an end by saying this. Let each member with a responsibility do their responsibilities. Honorable Lucky, Honorable Evelyn, you are the whips of this house. Do your work. And once you have done your work, you will not have any issues with this house. So don't bring in issues of welfare or plenary allowances in this house, because it is not an issue for Machakos County Assembly alone. The entire country of 47 assemblies does not have plenary allowance. And they go to work. They come to the house to do the work they have been sent by Wananchi to do. So let's not discuss this again. Let us finish this story today, forever, until that time when those issues are addressed by, we have authorities in this country that address those issues of welfare and plenary allowances. Let them do their work also. So therefore, can we go back to the subject matter? Anybody who is raising hands now will be talking about the motion at hand. Thank you. With that consensus, then I go forward and put the question. I now put the question that, notwithstanding the resolutions of the Assembly made on 14th March 2023, that is approval of Assembly calendar 15th March 2023, 26th April 2023, and 20th June 2023, that is alteration of the Assembly calendar, and pursuant to Standing Order number 25, Suborder 4, the Assembly resolves to alter its calendar regular sessions for the second session of the Third Assembly to adjourn its sitting from today, 9th August 2023, and resume its regular sittings on Tuesday, 19th September 2023, and that the Assembly calendar regular session for the second session be altered accordingly. As many of the opinions say ayes. Ayes. As many of the contrary opinions say nay, the ayes have it. The House is therefore adjourned to Tuesday, 19 September 2023 at 10 o'clock in the morning. Thank you, honorable members.